Yo, alright. Another quick video. I meant to do this video sometime last week. Um, I seen another post. I believe it was on YouTube. Okay, I'm not sure if it's any because like I said, I meant to do this video last week some point. But Shawn Porter was calling out. Okay, Shawn Porter was seen training and staying fit like he normally do because he's always trained even when he's not in camp. He's always in camp. So I'm watching it, and he's talking about I'm staying ready. The only fight that I want right now is Danny Garcia, right? And I'm like, okay, I see you do the wrestling thing. That was funny. That was cool and everything. I seen Danny Garcia's response. He was like calling Shawn Porter a bozo and all that, and he was saying that, you know, all these guys like to call me out, but then when I want to fight them, then they got another fight scheduled. And in my opinion, I believe that's what Danny Garcia is hoping for. Okay, that these guys get another fight scheduled for they could just not leave. Because I feel like Danny Garcia at welterweight is being picked on. At this point, when he was holding a title, I get it. Everybody was coming at his head, but he just lost. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, these guys should still fight him because he's a relevant fighter at 147. He's still arguably a top 5 welterweight. But what I'm saying is, this guy is not like, he doesn't hold a title right now, and he's not trying to fight no one right now. Danny Garcia is one of those guys that fights who he wants to fight when he wants to fight them. And as long as these fighters keep calling him out, he's going to feel like he has the power to do that. Now, if guys just stop calling him out, he lost to Keith Thurman, all right? He lost to him. He doesn't hold a title right now, okay? Let's stop calling out Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is going to have to do what Danny Garcia has to do in order to get his name, put himself back in a championship position. Right now, he's not there. He's chilling. So let him chill over there, and let's pay attention to who's relevant right now. Because I see Danny Garcia call out this kid, Jeff Horn, when he beat Pacquiao. He didn't say anything about Errol Spence. Okay, he didn't say anything about rematching Thurman. He didn't say any of that. He's saying, I like Jeff Horn over there. Let me get that fight. Because he's looking for easy pickings. We all know he's a cherry picker. It is what it is. He did his thing at 140. I'm not trying to front on him completely. But what I'm saying is, he's a guy that fights who he wants to fight when he wants to fight him. So then comes Shawn Porter. I see him close with Errol Spence. Even leading up to the Kell Brook fight. He's doing interviews with him. Seems like they're always together, like they're buddies now. Now, remember back when him and Keith Thurman was like that too. But then when Keith Thurman got hit with that body shot against Louis Collazo, then here comes Shawn Porter calling him out crazy. Him and his father calling him out crazy. And I like Shawn. I love Shawn. But I'm going to call it as I see it. I noticed that the game was different. The call-outs were different when we see Keith Thurman a little bit vulnerable. Because before that, he wasn't calling out Thurman like that. So now he's cool with Errol Spence. And Errol Spence holds a title and cannot find a fighter. Errol Spence is gunning for Jeff Horn and Keith Thurman. He wants to fight those guys. He's even called Danny Garcia out. Okay? Errol Spence is looking for a fight. I remember watching an interview. Errol Spence was like, listen, I want Keith Thurman. But in between that, after he beat Kell Brook, in between, he's like, I want a big fight back in Texas. Which is understandable. He wants to fight in front of his, where he's from. So I'm saying to myself, like, Shawn Porter beat Andre Berto. He don't got nothing coming up. Danny Garcia is not trying to fight him. Danny Garcia is not trying to fight Errol Spence neither. Why don't Shawn Porter fight Errol Spence? And Errol Spence is the champ. I don't think Errol Spence called out Shawn Porter, but I see Shawn Porter out there like, yo, I'm looking for Danny Garcia. Why are you looking for Danny Garcia? This guy has your old title right here. He's holding your old title. He doesn't have anything scheduled. And I'm sure he would fight you. I mean, he seems to want to fight everybody else. I don't see why he wouldn't want to fight Shawn unless he considers him a friend right now. Maybe he doesn't want to fight you, but I'm sure if Shawn said, I want a title, I want to fight Errol Spence, I'm sure Errol Spence ain't going to be like, oh, I'm not going to fight him. You know? This guy just said he's looking for a big fight back in Texas. So what is Shawn Porter doing calling out Danny Garcia right now? It don't make any sense. Like, these guys got nothing scheduled. As far as I'm concerned, they don't have anything scheduled right now. So what are we waiting for? What's the holdup? This guy holds your title. He beat the man that beat you. Go beat him up and you can have a title. And with that title, with that IBF strap, you will have more leverage in trying to get that rematch with Keith Thurman that you wanted before. And you can get a Danny Garcia fight. At least it'll be easier to get that fight because at least Danny got something to fight for if he chooses to fight you. Even a Jeff Horn fight, it'll be a more lucrative fight if you actually win the title and have something. But besides the fact that everybody knows you're a very, very extremely tough fighter, no one has ever looked good fighting Shawn Porter, win or lose. But if you have a title, it will give people more of a reason to want to challenge you. But you don't have a title right now. All you have is a mouth. You know? Now, Shawn Porter has never really came across to me as a ducker. All right? The only time I feel like he wanted to jump on an opportunity is when he did see some form of weakness in Keith Thurman. Okay? And then they went and pressed that fight. You know? And that fight was very close. Any other judge, they would have picked Shawn to win that fight. That was a very, very close, debatable fight. All right? As razor close as you can get. All right? But, yo, you got Errol Spence right now. Let's stop with the bro shit. You know, you just fought Andre Berto, somebody you consider to be like bros. All y'all like bros. You fought Keith Thurman. You know, all you guys supposed to be like bros. All this bro stuff. Man, if the opportunity comes, you got to fight each other. It is what it is. It is what it is. You can go back to being friends. You can go back to hanging out. You know, if you choose to. But don't do that. Don't do that. Like, don't do the whole we calling everybody out. Errol Spence got the title. You're not calling him out. You know, you making videos, training. You're training. You're fit right now. You're ready to go right now. Errol Spence is looking for an opponent. Fight him. I think Lamont Peterson, the last thing I heard was Lamont Peterson might be an opponent for Errol Spence. But that seems like something Errol Spence is falling back on because he can't find anyone. Lamont Peterson's a good fighter. That's a decent fight. That's a solid fight. I have no problems with that fight. But Shawn Porter is a tougher fight for Errol Spence than Lamont Peterson, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I ain't going to make this long, all right? Peace.